Hey y'all, it's Anime Kim, and today I'm going to be reviewing the third episode of Domestic Girlfriend, and I gotta say, this episode succeeded from a character standpoint, because it did a good job of giving off lots of characterization for Hina and Rui, in regards to, I like how it finally revealed what Hina was trying to hide, which was that she was having an affair with a man that already has a wife, and that's why she didn't want to say anything specifically about that towards Natsuo. And that's why Rui has a tense relationship with Hina at the moment, because she even tried to tell Hina that she should break off the relationship, but then Hina counters back saying that you don't understand what it's like to be held by someone you love dearly. So I kind of like these sequences. It makes Hina feel like a realistic character, because even though she's dependable on the outside and she's sweet, she does have a slight spark inside her if she's set off slightly. And I like how it shows Natsuo make some human-like mistakes when he forcibly kisses the sensei, which I didn't like completely, but it's something someone in his position might possibly do. And then when Hina slaps him, that was a realistic reaction. And then when she pushes him to the floor, and then she says, "You have the eyes of a child," those sequences were pretty nice. So this episode had a good character moments. Even in the scene where Natsuo ran away for a bit, and then Rui ran away for a bit too afterwards. And then you had both Rui and Natsuo's parents thinking of divorce, was also a sweet scene too. Characterizing the parents, they do a great amount of stuff to try to keep their kids happy, which is also pretty nice. Even though in the end they didn't divorce, that was still a nice sequence to see. It was emotionally packed. And then when Hina was crying at the end, apologizing, was also a sweet scene, which led into a good cliffhanger about Rui and Natsuo ready to do something so that they can have Hina divorced from the boyfriend that she currently has, that's currently is in a relationship with another woman that's married. So I kind of like all this tension. Now, aside from that, say this episode almost had no flaws. It did well from the character standpoint, did well from the story standpoint, because now we know what was disturbing Hina in these episodes now from the last two episodes. While there was like maybe a few still shots this episode, overall it was well animated, and I'd say the art was on point. And taking all these factors in consideration, I'm going to rate this episode a 7 out of 10. Still above average. Now, despite saying all about me enjoying the episode, I'm going to drop this show unless I hear that this anime is going for an anime original route that's different from the manga, because normally when I do live reaction videos to the first episode of the series, I usually just do just enough research to find out if it's like, say, an anime original, or if it's an anime that isn't based off a spin-off or a sequel. And I don't look anything else deeper than that, at least until I watch either an episode or two episodes. Now, going into watching Domestic Girlfriend, when I saw the first two episodes straight up without researching anything at all. But then I did some research, nothing spoilery. I was just looking at the Kiss Anime General section, and then it mentioned how people mentioned that the manga goes south, so that's why I'm going to decide to, at the very least, drop this anime for now, unless I hear this goes off an anime original route, because there are instances where people say that like a manga goes south. I don't listen to that. Then I watch the anime, and then I watch the whole thing, and then I regret it immensely because I didn't listen. Like, it happened to me in Miles Shoujo site, where even before the anime aired, because at that time I wasn't doing live reactions, it was an old channel I had. I wasn't doing live reactions back then, so I did more research when watching a show, because I only did reviews only. And then I heard the manga stuff, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll watch it. Then I watched it, and then I kind of regretted it, and I was like, fuck! And then it went south. Just like people told me to go. Not people told me, but just like I've read that it would go south. And then for Bleach, I went through the whole series. I read the whole manga and watched pretty much the whole anime. And then I heard people say that it goes south after the whole Aizen thing. I didn't listen. I watched the whole thing. Then I mentally regretted it. And I was like, What the fuck was I thinking watching the whole thing? And then I did the same. And then after that, I kind of learned my lesson a bit. When going into Nisekyo, I only watched 9 episodes, but then I stopped watching it because I heard it go south. Then years later in that situation, people hated the manga ending, so that was a bullet I dodged. So taking that into consideration, that's why I'm going to make the choice of dropping Domestic Girlfriend, despite me enjoying this anime, because, well, at the very least, I was like, you know what? There are probably people that have watched my first 2 live reactions and reviews, and then I could have decided to not make an episode 3 live reaction or review, but then that might not have been kind to the people that might be waiting for my episode 3 Domestic Girlfriend reviews and reactions. So instead of just not making anything, I'd rather just make one more video, explain it all, instead of just through an update video. And yeah, just so that no one has any, so I don't give off any false expectations that I'm gonna eventually review the whole thing. Yeah. That's why I'm dropping it, because, well, just learning off the past mistakes. And that's how I'm going to take the approach. Each season when animes premieres, I'm still going to go after the whole watching the first few episodes without researching too much about it, so that I can have a fresher live reaction. But yeah, that's pretty much why it really took me 3 episodes to make the decision, because going into the first 2, I knew nothing about that until this episode, that is, before watching this episode. Yep. But there's like a 1% chance I might review or react to this show, and that's only if it diverges from the manga. So yeah, that's the only way. But other than that, yeah, this is probably the last episode of this show that I react to, and yeah, these are pretty much my thoughts. I enjoyed the episode, but yeah, that's the action I'm gonna take. So anyways, guys and dolls, comment down your thoughts in the list below, rate the video, share the video if all want to, and I'll see you guys later. If you watch some of my other reviews or reactions and to the other shows I'm currently watching and reviewing. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.